The night was unusually quiet. The city lights flickered like fading stars, casting long, trembling shadows across deserted streets. A sudden screech of tires echoed, followed by the distant wail of a siren, but Emeka didn't notice. His eyes were fixed on the glowing screen of the ATM ahead, its cold light cutting through the darkness like a knife. The machine hummed softly, almost alive. Emeka stepped closer, clutching his wallet. He felt a chill on the back of his neck, like someone or something was watching him. Behind him, a rustle of leaves. Somewhere in the shadows, a figure lurked, silent, waiting. He told himself it was nothing, just the wind. But then the ATM screen flashed a message that made his blood run cold. "Do you really need this money?" Emeka froze. The message was impossible. He had just inserted his card and spoken no words. "Must be a glitch," he whispered to himself, though his voice trembled. And that's when the first shadow moved. Emeka was a man of pride, 30 years old, ambitious, always the first to arrive at work and the last to leave. But tonight was different. Tonight, desperation pushed him out of his safe apartment and into the empty streets. Earlier that evening, he had received a message from his landlord. "Rent is overdue. Pay by midnight or leave." The urgency gnawed at him. No money at home, no friends to borrow from, just one glowing ATM on a lonely street corner and the ticking clock that seemed louder than the city itself. He had walked these streets before, but never at this hour. Neon signs reflected in puddles of rainwater, broken bottles glittered like sinister gems, and every alley whispered secrets he didn't want to hear. But Emeka's pride carried him forward. "Just a quick withdrawal," he muttered. "Nothing more." Emeka inserted his card. The machine hummed again, slower this time, almost as if thinking. Then the screen blinked. "Amount?" He pressed the buttons. 5,000 naira. The machine paused. Then it displayed, "Are you sure you're ready for this?" A cold gust of wind swept the street, making Emeka shiver. He looked around. Empty, but something felt wrong. Suddenly, the screen went black. The hum turned into a low groan, like metal straining under weight. And then the ATM spat out a single note, far more than he requested, 5 times more. His heart raced. "Free money," he whispered. Temptation flickered like fire in his chest. And then, without warning, the streetlights blinked out. Total darkness. Only the ATM glowed, eerily bright. From the shadows, footsteps approached. Not hurried, not panicked, deliberate. Emeka's pulse quickened. "Who's there?" he called, but only silence answered. The machine screen changed again. "Take it, if you dare." A figure emerged, masked, tall, holding something metallic. Emeka's instinct screamed, "Mugger! Give me the cash," a deep voice demanded. Emeka froze, then blurted, I already took it." The figure paused. Then slowly the mask came off. Emeka's jaw dropped. It was a man he knew from his office. Kunle, the quiet accountant, always polite, never daring. "I'm... what?" Emeka stammered. Kunle smiled almost sadly. "I've been watching. I knew you'd come here alone. The city, the ATM, it tests people. It shows who they really are." Emeka laughed nervously. "Tests? This is just an ATM. I just need my rent money." Kunle shook his head. "It's never just about money." And then the man vanished into the shadows, leaving Emeka alone, trembling. Emeka tried to leave, but the ATM screen lit up again. The debt is not only financial. Confused, he reached for his card to remove it. The machine refused. His card was trapped. Panic set in. Suddenly, the machine began to speak, not with words, but with sounds. Metallic scraping, low hums, almost like a voice whispering in the dark. Emeka's eyes widened. He realized the ATM wasn't just a machine. It remembered him. Every lie he had told his landlord, every impatient word he had hurled at clerks, every shortcut he had taken in life. It all seemed reflected in the cold metal before him. A note ejected slowly from the machine, fluttering to the ground. To take without thought is to invite danger. Emeka bent down to read it. His hands shook. In that instant, Emeka's reflection appeared, not on the ATM screen, but in the puddle beneath his feet. And he saw not the tired, desperate man, but a distorted, shadowed version of himself. Greedy eyes, clenched fists, the hunger for quick gain etched in every feature. A voice, soft but chilling, came from the darkness. You wanted money, but you never asked if you deserved it. Emeka stumbled back, heart racing. He realized this was no ordinary ATM. It was a test, a mirror of his own impatience and pride. The city seemed to hold its breath. Wind stilled. Even the distant hum of traffic faded. Only the ATM glowed, waiting. Emeka's mind raced. He could take the cash, risk whatever forces controlled the machine, or leave it and face the landlord with honesty, with nothing but truth. He reached for the money, then he stopped. He thought of the humiliation, the fear, the danger he had felt in just a few minutes. He realized impatience had led him here. His pride had nearly destroyed him. With a trembling hand, he pressed cancel on the screen. The machine word spat his card back gently and went dark. For a moment, the night seemed alive with relief. The shadows retreated, and Emeka, exhausted and shaken, stepped back into the city's normal rhythm. Emeka walked home slowly, the empty envelope of his wallet heavier than before. He called his landlord the next morning, explained his situation honestly, and requested a small extension. To his surprise, the landlord agreed. He never went near that ATM again at night, and whenever he saw a glint of cold light from a machine, he remembered the shadows, the whispers, the reflection that showed him what impatience could do. He had almost been swallowed by a test designed not to punish, but to teach. Sometimes the greatest danger is not the world around you, but the haste and pride inside you. Welcome to AwoTales. Don't forget to subscribe and share the lesson you learned in the comments. Impatience can lead you into danger you never imagined. Sometimes waiting and acting with integrity is the bravest choice of all.